Points in the paint still being dominated by Washington. But Detroit will get one right there. Oh. Jennings drives with a left-handed scoop, and he got a kind roll. Jackson darting baseline. Oh, look at that move. Drummond on a post-up. Leans, double, clutches, and hit a tough shot off the small square. Jackson wants the three. Got the three. Good touch pass. Singler for three. Get in there. Got it. Jackson dead legs his way all the way to the cup. Detroit's got some numbers maybe if they push. Jackson to Caldwell Pope. Spot for three. Book it.
Good recognition. Washington knows he wants it, and they are not letting him turn that corner.
Wall saved it from going out of bounds. This is a nice play up ahead to Temple. Oh, what defense by Caldwell Pope. Never gave up on the play. Listen, Reggie Jackson's done a really nice job this year of getting his teammates involved. But when he needs to take over in the fourth, he has done just that, especially when he pumped in 26 in the final stanza earlier this year against the Blazers in Portland. Tonight, Jackson and the Pistons hope it doesn't have to come to that. They entertain the Wizards here on a snowy, chilly Saturday night in Detroit, the first of 4 meetings. And it comes your way only here on Fox Sports Detroit Plus. Hi, everyone. Alongside my partner, Greg Kelser, I'm Matt Shepard. Reggie Jackson, another balanced effort in Detroit's win last night against Minnesota. And, Greg, I think each and every night we're seeing him mature a little bit more, don't you?
I would totally agree with that. Through 12 games, we can clearly see that he is the catalyst. That's what he means to the Pistons right now as their point guard.
We've already seen this team win some games that maybe last year they would not have won, and a lot of it has to do with their control, their belief in one another, and their lack of panic, especially their second half.
At the end of the Portland game.
We talked with Stan Van Gundy earlier, and we said, why is it you're so successful in the second half? He says, I really don't know. I really don't care as long as we keep doing it. They're actually 5-4 when trailing at the break. They get a Washington team tonight that has won back-to-back games, and I think are led by one of the best point guards in the NBA. Wouldn't you agree, John Wall?
John Wall has certainly been the guy for Washington. If they're going to beat the Wizards tonight, they've got to get a handle on him.
He was an assist shy of another double-double last time out against Milwaukee. He's had a good series against Detroit in his career, and Washington has won 4 of the last 6 against the Pistons. The Pistons try and match a season-best 3-game winning streak. How do they do that? It will involve Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. We'll share our thoughts with Greg's game plan when we come back on Fox Sports Detroit Plus next. Jackson works against John Wall. Good take off the small square. He picked up right where he left off.
And he had the option of Andre Drummond with the lob if he wanted it. But so much emphasis is put on not letting Andre get those dunks by teams when Reggie penetrates. He's getting more and more layups as a result.
16 for Jackson. Now Wall on a take, shovels it inside. Humphries missed it, but got his own miss. And then threw it away. Caldwell Pope. We talked about Reggie Jackson, and you saw the drive moments ago. He's second in the league in dribble drives. Drummond at the elbow. Only James Harden drives more. It's a drive by Drummond. Yes!
Oh, what a late call.
That's a really late call.
A little indecisiveness there on the part of the official.
Listen to this. It's after he made the hoop. And Detroit was whistled for delay of game. That's their second, so it's a technical. Bradley Beal will shoot it.
That's unfortunate because what I really liked about that sequence, the floor was so spread by the Pistons that it looked like a game of one-on-one with everybody watching. Andre and Gortat were the only 2 people in that paint.
Yeah.
Hey, give Gortat credit. He got the call, and he saved Washington a basket.
And that's not easy to do for big guys. You know, take those charges. You're going against big bodies. Andre Drummond, 6'11", 280. Who wants to stand in front of that? Humphries to Porter. Bradley Beal leans in, hit the side of the backboard, got his own miss, and laid it over the side of the rim. Gortat actually kept it alive for him. Beal with his second field goal of the night to tie it at 54. Jackson, another scoop and another score.
They haven't stopped him yet. He's going to shoot a really high percentage if this keeps up.
18 for Jackson.
It's all layups now.
Yeah, it's what he had in Minnesota last night. Porter with a tough fadeaway. Doesn't matter. So his stroke is looking really good.
Yes, it is.
You liked him coming out of Georgetown. I know you did. We talked about that before. Good-looking player. Player of the year, and foul against John Wall.
Folks, take a really close look at this. Gortat, he doesn't even go for this block until the very end because his attention defensively was almost all on Andre Drummond.
There's the statistic we were talking about a little bit ago, 9.2 drives per game. He'll settle for a 3.
Why?
I don't know. Early in the shot clock, too. That's not what Stan Van Gundy wanted.
Well, I mean, he's getting everything he wants going to the basket.
Greg, listen, it's not a whole lot different than the game of football. Keep doing something until they prove they can stop it.
Exactly.
Porter shovels it to Gortat. Almost walked with it. Washington's back in front. We see that every Saturday. We see it on Sundays, too. Our teams are just going to, you know what? Here's what we're doing. When you stop it, we'll take on doing something else. Caldwell poking for 3. Pretty shot.
Inside out. Inside out is what's going to win this game for the Pistons.
Yeah, a lot of that was because Reggie Jackson put it on the deck and drove.
Absolutely.
Beal around a good screen. Can't answer. And Humphries lost it out of bounds. Humphries has been quiet tonight, Greg. He's a guy who, coming into the game, averaging 9 and 5, the 7th best three-point shooter in the league. Not been able to get on track.
Well, think about it. You know, we talked about his improved outside shooting. He's taken 4 shots in this game, but 3 of them have come from three-point land. I don't think he needs to be out there exclusively, and it's impacted his impact on the offensive end for sure.
Drummond, leaner, rattled it home. He's getting good at that shot, isn't he?
He likes that little push shot or the jump hook, righty or lefty. He hasn't had many opportunities to really post with his back to the basket in this game yet. I'm waiting to see that while he's being guarded by Gortat.
Ilyasova does the same, except he uses window. And a timeout for Randy Whitman and the Wizards. He doesn't like what he's seen. He wants more physicality on the defensive end. He's been screaming at his guys to get after it. Pistons got the edge. They got a chip on their shoulder, and they got a couple little floaters in the lane. One from Drummond, and the most recent from about 14 feet away from Ersan Ilyasova. You're watching Pistons basketball on Fox Sports Detroit Plus. It's presented by Bell Tire.